We did it, Joe. I have a lot to say about it. Wait till I get outside. Okay, so I literally don't have enough space on my phone to tell you how good that was. I just got back to the city, and the city has been getting on my fucking nerves. It's so loud here and annoying, but I love it, and I'm here, and I gotta do what I gotta do. But this was a cross-disciplinary thing, and I've worked in, my favorite thing is to work with composers, and my least favorite thing is to work with composers, because composers and editors, they live, it's so loud everywhere I fucking go. It's so ironic to me as a choreographer, because I'm so used to like a very kind of specific process, even when I'm being experimental, and the dancers, they need the stuff that they need to get the job done. And you know, music is a very important part of that sometimes. And this festival was bringing together choreographers and composers tend to be a little difficult to work with, despite the fact that they work with math all day and have no concept of time. And you're like, no, I need this now. I'm not the only one who said this. Editors too. Anyway, so they were using their instruments in a new way. They're very young kids. I think there was a graduate from Juilliard, the black woman. I was very worried at first because none of the musicians were black. But there was a good mix of people otherwise in department of the composers, and there were two out of the four dancers were black. They were all women. It would have been nice to have a masculine man dancer in this festival, but that was lacking. I think that's it. Also, hold on, I'm gonna put this in another video because I want to save it for a different thing. So there were several pieces, and there was the dynamic duo at the end, who's, I'm going to learn their names from the program once I get around to that. But what was really interesting about what they did, I've been trying to describe to people what horror dance is, and it was that, like, the music was horror, the dance was horror, people were dying, and then like everybody died at the end, sort of, and this kind of karmic death thing. I got it. I understood it. And I'm glad I took a little footage while we were there. Just, oh my God, it's loud everywhere. Just so we could examine this later and I can share it with people who I want to collaborate with. I don't know if I can afford those kids. I would love to work with them, but I got to get a grant first. We'll see what happens. I'm working on that. Mwah.